The clothes you wear are a statement about who you are and how you want people to see you. That changes throughout our lives. Sometimes your taste in fashion can change, your size can change, or your age changes, or does it? Is there a such thing as dressing your age? We'll discuss that and more on today's episode of the Talk to Q Show. Buckle up.
T2Q Radio.
Hey, what up, Q? What up, Radio World?
What's going on, people? I want to welcome all of you to the Talk to Q Show. My name is Quincy, and this is my show. And I'm coming to you live from the Jackson, Mississippi metro area. Today is February the 20th, what is Tuesday? And this is season 14, episode number 1025. You can follow me on social media by searching hashtag Talk to Q. You can also find all things related to the show, including a store where you can buy merchandise over at talktoq.com. Now, the audio versions of this show can be found on just about any podcast aggregator available, from Apple Podcasts to Google Podcasts to Spotify. Now, remember, this show is supported by the people. By the way, you are the people I'm referring to. So please like, subscribe, and share wherever you see me. It goes a long way towards the success of the show. So please take a moment to do that now. And that includes my guest I'm about to bring on. So let me go ahead without further ado and get to the guest. And where do I want to start first? I'm going to go here to the Wolverine state of Michigan. Welcome back, this young lady.
Hey.
What's going on, Jasmine?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thanks for returning to the show. At least I know we didn't scare you off the first time.
No, I'm back.
All right. And let's see. I have let me get this show legend in the mix here and get her on. From the 985 area code in the Pelican state of Louisiana, please welcome on show legend Erica Warren to the Talk to Q Radio Show. Erica, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's going on? How you doing?
Good. How y'all doing?
Doing great.
Good.
Glad to have you on. All right, one more person to bring on, another show legend, and it's been a minute since he's been on. From the Wolverine state of Michigan, always bringing the knowledge and power, please welcome True Speech to the Talk to Q Radio Show. What up, True?
Q, what up, though, man? You all right?
I'm all right, man. All right. You know, I was looking at that intro, and I'm like, man, you know what? His lines really did the thing this year. Detroit wasn't playing this year.
Man, you know what? I'm proud of them. We didn't make it to the big game, but I'm going to be honest with you. This is literally the best season we've had in my 35 years of living, so I'll take it. I'll take it as a dub. We got something to build on. So they doing
I heard that,
my
man.
book.
That's what's up. And all right. So for everyone out there, remember, if you're checking this out live, then there's a chat room available on my Talk to Q Facebook fan page. And there's one on my YouTube page as well. You can chime in, give your 2 cents on the topic, and I'll read your comments on the air if I get the opportunity. Okay, so dressing your age. This is something we've probably all heard about in our life. There's some people who believe it can be done. There's some people who think it's just a myth. But I guess the first question and the simplest question, and Erica, I'll start with you first, is do you believe in dressing your age? Is that a thing?
I mean, I think anybody would be kidding themselves to think that you could live in a society and not know that that's a thing in our world, in our society, even if you don't subscribe to it. You've heard it. I do believe that at different ages and stages in your life, the way that you dress and present yourself to the public will change. Um, and we can all agree we've seen somebody do it like, he know he too old for this. She knows she too old to be wearing it. I've said it. So I do believe that, that's one of the constructs of our society, whether we subscribe to it or not.
Okay. And Jasmine, what do you think? Is there such thing as dressing your age?
Definitely, yeah. And to bounce off what Erica said, we all know in the society that throughout your age groups, there's a certain acceptable way to dress. And if you want to go along your age group and fit in to what you have going on in society, you have to dress a certain way. Now, if you don't want to fit in, you don't have to, but just know people are going to be looking at you. So I feel like there is a certain way you're supposed to dress, especially if you want respect from the general public.
Okay, now I'm going to get back to that point in just a moment. That's a good point. In the chat room, Shelton timed in and said, I know a dude in his 50s that still sags. Okay, so he's still out here thugging. And true give a man's point of view. Is there such thing as dressing your age?
Yes, to an extent. Now, I have to give that caveat to an extent because to me it's about perspective, right? I think there's an appropriate way to dress depending on how old you are. However, you can still have fun with it. Like me, I'm in my 30s. I'm a comfortable guy. Like I like hoodies, I like t-shirts. You know what I mean? In the summer, in the spring, when it's nice outside, I got on tank tops and stuff like that. And I like anime and video games and stuff like that I grew up on. So I do dress according to my interests. However, there are a lot of things that I don't do anymore. Like I don't sag. I don't wear super baggy clothes. I don't wear those super skinny jeans that I see the 20-year-old kids wearing where you could count the change in their pocket. It's certain things that I don't do now that I'm, a grown man, because to me, that's for the younger generation. I mean, like, I can't imagine if I still dress like I did when I was a teenager, man. I look like a damn fool. Like giant sagging jabots and 3XL t-shirts, I will look goofy. But now that the era of fashion has changed and things are a lot more vibrant and the color palettes are a lot louder and the clothes are a lot tighter, I'm not doing none of that because to me it look goofy. This is just certain things that just don't make sense to me. And to me, now that I am at that age, it's like, all right, I will dress according to what's comfortable for me, but also kind of still in that age appropriate thing. Like, I mean, in my generation, you would expect to see a guy like my age wearing, jeans and a hoodie. It's standard attire. You know what I mean? But it's I definitely still like to, have a little fun with it. You know what I mean? I might rock a Naruto t-shirt or a Mortal Kombat t-shirt, just depending on how I'm feeling. So definitely dress according to my age, but I don't sacrifice who I am and my interests because of other people's opinions.
Okay. All right. So you're saying you're maintaining your identity. And the Ruby Pearl Glamper chimed in from Arkansas, says, my hair is hot pink. I wear rock band t-shirts, cutoffs or jeans. All right. So she's saying she's doing what she wants to do. And JA5 chimed in Mississippi saying, I don't know if it's necessarily dressing your age, but you know how you look and stuff. I can't wear those leggings. I've always had grown man thighs. If I ain't buckle jeans, I can't do it. All right.
Everything ain't for everybody, Q. I'm gonna be honest. Some stuff does not fit everybody, brother. I am not built to wear skinny clothes, but I can't do it. It ain't gonna look right, man. It ain't me. I can't do it. I'll look goofy.
Right. I also believe that some things are universal, like no matter what age you are, it's okay to wear, certain things, like you said, the hoodies, tennis shoes. At any age, you can wear that and still look your age. And I think it's also universal that there are some things that nobody need to be wearing, no matter what age you are. So,
Anything made by Kanye West, don't wear it.
yeah.
Oh man. All right, so let me ask this. I want to touch on something that Jasmine brought up. She kind of alluded to when she said respect. Is there a certain maturity level that's reflected in how we dress? So do people essentially judge your maturity level based on how you dress? And Jasmine, I'll go back to you.
Definitely. And I feel like the older you get, the more you're expected to understand that and wear the right clothes. Now, of course, like you said, Erica, there's universal clothes that we all can wear, which is hoodies and sweatpants, etc. But nowadays, I'm seeing the 20-year-olds, 19-year-olds wear those little skirt belts. That's what I call them, where the butt cheeks out, but it's called. Now that's you would expect someone younger to wear that because they're immature and they don't have a respect level to know not to walk around with their butt cheeks out. So, if I see a 40-year-old woman walk around like that, I'm gonna think she's so I want to, I feel like once you hit a certain age, you should respect yourself just a little more because those young people just don't know any better.
Okay. Now you mentioned a certain age, and by the way, true, that's Amy in Arkansas shouting you out.
What
And
up, Amy?
you're talking about a certain age. So, Erica, you asked me, the age kind of moves every year. It's kind of fluid. At one point, the age might have been 30, but now I don't know what the age is. So, I mean, how do you feel about what Jasmine said, and what do you think about maturity level and how that's reflected as far as how you dress?
I think there's certain things you can just like we're visual people. So sometimes when you see a person, you want to have a snapshot of who you're dealing with. So what you have on gives somebody an initial impression of who you might be and what's your personality. And then you peel the layers back as talk to the person. But if like she said, I got on some Daisy Dukes up to my thing, and I got on a little halter top and everything is out. I'm gonna look kind of crazy. In my mind, I look crazy because I know I'm a 49-year-old woman, and this is the way I used to dress back in my teens and early 20s. So it's gonna look odd to people, and people are gonna be like, what is she trying to prove? Is she trying to relive her youth? It just looks out of place. And so, I mean, I said to each his own. If you confident in it, you feel good in it, baby. I'm gonna be like, go girl, go girl. But I'm gonna still be like, what's going on with her?
I mean, should you encourage her?
I mean, I don't. I'm not gonna tear her down and say you look crazy or nothing, but I feel
Okay.
like some people who have that confidence, if you got that confidence, I'm a I'm gonna be like, yeah, girl, do you. It wouldn't be me, but you do you.
I don't know. I think there's a thin line between confidence and delusional, but I feel what you're saying.
Right? Yeah. If it look crazy, I just won't say nothing. I just going on over there somewhere.
Okay.
Your mama taught you if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. So if I don't say nothing, it ugly.
Minus the mini skirt.
This is Amy says I'm 54 and I'm basically dressed the way I did in high school, minus the mini shirts. I don't care. I'm comfy. All right. So Amy
Now,
says she's
I
going for
mean, I
comfort.
applaud that some people get to a certain age and stage in life where they're like, I don't give a damn what nobody think about me, and I'm okay with that too. But you also have to be okay with people looking at you weird. So if you're okay with that, then you good. You in that sweet spot of life where it don't matter to me what nobody say.
Now Sheldon's told says Erica tell her that she's dressing like a 304. All right. So True, let me go back to you, man. And you kind of touched on it with the skinny jeans and everything. What about size? Should a person dress their size? I mean, because I had someone tell me one time that, and I thought it was the funniest quote ever. He said, "Just because they make it in your size, don't mean you got to wear it." So,
He ain't
should
lying.
people dress for size?
Yes, 100% Q. Yes. Look, if people can say that, they can take it however they want. And I'm not trying to offend nobody, but I'm gonna just keep it 100. Everything ain't made for everybody. Some stuff you are trying to fit a square in a circle, and it's just not working. Like people got, like you said, it's a fine line between encouraging somebody and allowing somebody to be delusional. Like if you walk, if we boys and we walking out and you look absolutely ridiculous, I'm gonna stop you. I'm like, hey dog, you got to change. Like you're not about to be walking with me and you looking like Boo Boo the Fool and Bozo the Clown. You look crazy, man. This ain't built for you. This ain't built for you. And it's not being rude. It's just being real because everything don't look good on everybody, man. It don't. It don't. I've been humbled in the dressing room a number of times trying some stuff out. Like, you know what? I'm not about to walk out and ask my wife how this look because I know it looks stupid and I don't want nobody to see me. So I'm gonna leave this right here on the hanger in the dressing room, and this is where it's gonna stay. But in all seriousness, I do believe people need to, for the most part, dress according to their size. You got to know yourself. You got to know your body type. You have to know what looks good on you and what doesn't. And you have to have some solid people around you to tell you like, hey, that ain't it. That ain't it. And a lot of times people try to keep up with everybody else and see what everybody else is doing. You know, like and I'm gonna say this, my dog T Grizzly. If y'all ever seen T Grizzly dress, that man is too big to be wearing some of the pants he be wearing. And I love T Grizzly. I do. Detroit, you know, till I die. But sometimes his pants is too tight for his frame and it look crazy. It's brother, go up a couple sizes. You know what I mean? Like it's perfectly fine to dress according to how you're built. You can still find things that fit you nice, fit your frame nice, and that you look good in, but everybody can't wear everything, man. Everybody's not built to wear everything. It just don't work that way.
Okay, okay. I've heard the phrase one size fits all. Jay in Mississippi said one size only fits most.
There you go.
And Sheldon said no medium.
See, there it is.
All right. Miss T chimed in from Texas. Dress to complement your size. Do not dress to fit in.
Yeah.
And that's important, ladies. What do you all think? Do you think that you should dress your size?
Definitely. Definitely. Especially, you know, when I'm going through these apps, you know, I'm trying to find outfits. You always got to check the comment section just to make sure you're getting the right outfit for you. And sometimes you can see people who shouldn't be wearing a medium, buying a medium when they state in their message that they're a 3X or something like that. And I just feel like, you know, it never looks the best when you go outside or you buy a crop top that you shouldn't be wearing, or you wear shorts you shouldn't wear sometimes. And of course, people should be confident within their own bodies. But at the same time, you know when it don't fit you. You know when you went 3 sizes too small. It's okay to come to grips with where you are in your life at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that people, again, I'm not going to tell anyone what they can or can't wear. I mean, if you're an adult, do what you do. Do what makes you happy. However, I do think that there's going to be a certain respect level that comes with it. And is it right? Nah. Is it reality? Yeah. So that's just kind of what we're working with, and these comments are going crazy.
But real quick, Q, I want to touch on something that Erica said a second ago, and this is what I've been harping up to people for years, right? Erica, you said if you are comfortable in who you are and you want to dress how you want to dress, regardless of what people think about you, then do that. What I find frustrating with a lot of people is they want to do something that's outside of the norm or something that's unique to them, and they want everybody to accept it and be happy about it. That I think is a delusion that we have as a race of people, like as a human race. A lot of times we want everybody to co-sign and agree with what we do, even when it may not be inside of what is considered the norm. And I'm not telling anybody to try to fit in. Everybody should try to stand out and be their own person, but do what you want to do regardless of what other people are going to think about it, right? But if people don't like it or they don't agree with it, you can't get mad.
Right.
I think that's ridiculous to me, how people will do something outlandish and then get upset when people don't like it. Everybody's not going to like what you do. Everybody's not going to like how you look. Everybody's not going to like how you dress. But if you're going to do it because you want to, not because you want to fit in or not because you want people to accept you. Do it because that's what you want to do.
Exactly. And be happy with that.
You ready to take whatever come with it.
There you go.
And Kaylee, the boss, chimed in from North Mississippi, said, people assume I'm 18, so should I be dressing like Glorilla and Meg? So,
no, ma'am.
she said, definitely going to dress in a way that makes me comfortable. And Jay says, regardless if you don't care what people think, you should do all things decent and in order.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just shows the level of respect you have for yourself first. Outside of what other people think about you, people judge you by your appearance, and they're going to have a snapshot and they're going to be like, oh, this person looks like they carry themselves well. They look like they're respectable. They respect themselves. And so I assume that you respect other people because you look like you respect yourself.
Yeah. So, all right. Good discussion. We'll move it on. Y'all can still chop that up in the chat room. I'll ask these people get these people into another topic. And now, of course, if you've had a TV within the last 2 months, you've pretty much seen Taylor Swift all over. If you watched the Super Bowl, you saw her. And now I did see that the ratings for the Super Bowl, of course, they were astronomical. But what was telling is that the demographic of women was a lot higher than previous years. And from women between the ages of 18 and 29, I think, was like extremely high. And we can all assume that's the Taylor Swift effect. People were watching just to see glimpses of Taylor Swift. Okay. So, I mean, with that type of power, I guess is the best way to put it. I mean, is Taylor Swift the most famous celebrity of all time? I mean, as of today, would you say that she's the most famous celebrity of all time, given the way she kind of moves the needle on things? Whether you like her or not, she does move the needle. And Jasmine, I'll start with you.
Now, this is a tough one for me. This is a real tough one for me because I personally don't listen to Taylor Swift. I don't care. But I did do some research. And even though I love Beyonce, Taylor Swift is making more money than Beyonce at the moment. She also, I know, right? I'm shocked. But also, I looked up and she made $24 million on her album sales. Michael Jackson only made $21 million. So she's making more money than Michael Jackson, according to Forbes. So,
okay. But I mean, that's still good for a dead man.
That's true. But it's tough to say, is she the most popular? I don't know about that. But she makes the amount of revenue. Now, I don't know if we want to compare her to, let's say, a Michael Jackson, where you have to go out and buy the album. That's more intense. You have more ability to know that those customers are coming for you, rather than a Taylor Swift where it's off of streams, where, they could be playing it in a Forever 21, or they could be playing it in a bedroom. We don't know. So is she more popular? I think the scale tips a little based on how people are receiving the music now.
Okay. Now in the chat room, Miss T says, I was there for the Usher concert, referring to the Super Bowl. Shelton says, I don't know anything about her music. Amy says, I used to like Taylor Swift, not so much anymore. Kaylee says, hey, Swifties go hard. And 100 streams equal one album sale. And Shelton says, I don't listen to Beyonce either. Oh, man. And what do you think, Erica? Most famous of all time?
I need to be educated because I don't know that little white girl. I ain't been seeing her. I don't know her. And I thought everybody was watching the Super Bowl for Ursha.
All right. Well, she may have answered that question. She may have answered that question. And True, what do you think, True?
I was waiting on y'all to say something so I could piggyback off of y'all, cause I don't know that girl.
I just said that little white girl. Oh my god! I'm gonna be honest. I'm still trying to. Jasmine, I want to fact check that because I'm really offended. She more than Michael Jackson.
I'm just saying that's
About
before.
that. I'm upset. I'm upset. I'm gonna have to send an email or angry tweet to Forbes because I don't like that statistic. But I'm gonna say this. All haterism aside, right? And I try my best not to be a hater on Taylor Swift because, I mean, she's just one of those people that I just don't care. You know what I mean? I don't. But I will say, from a music standpoint, her music is not as good as Beyonce's. It's definitely not as good as Michael Jackson's. However, this shows that the needle is moving, Q, like you said, and that times are changing. Streaming and the teenage population and the young adult population, they are in control of what's considered popular and good music now, right? Because they all got phones, they all got tablets. All they do is stream. Like back in the day, Jasmine, like you said, we had to go out and buy these albums. We had to go out and buy these records. You can instantaneously get Taylor Swift's entire catalog just typing your thumbs on your phone. And you go into Forever 21 or whatever store will play Taylor Swift's music, those count as streams too, especially for streaming all day. So the numbers and the metrics do point to, okay, she might be the most popular artist right now, but you got to look at why, right? And you also got to look at her fan base. Like, her fan base is young white people, mainly young white women, and they have time and they are a dedicated fan base. And if they are the biggest and most powerful fan base, then as much as I hate to say it, Taylor Swift might be on top. Now, me personally, Beyonce had the greatest video of all time, but that's just me. So I'm never, I'm not mad at Kanye for that, and I'm not mad at Kanye for that because that Beyonce video was fire. And it's just from an artistic standpoint, Beyonce to me is so much more of a more pivotal artist. But look at Beyonce's, fan base. It's mainly us. You know what I mean? Our generation and our age group. We don't sit in the stream all day. We don't have time. But the kids, they got time. So that's what's moving the numbers.
So Taylor
also
Swift
don't like
is
she got that much airtime on the Super Bowl. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I didn't turn in the Super Bowl to watch Taylor Swift. I wanted to watch a game. That's all I'm saying.
so Q. She more popular than Madonna used to be.
I would say, yeah, I would definitely say so. It's, and when I say most famous, I mean I'm talking about more than album sales, but some of the things I've seen, like I think on the NBC World News, they mentioned about a week ago that 28%, I can't remember the exact number, but it was a pretty high number. 28% of people under 35 said they would vote for whoever she endorsed for president. I mean, that's power.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. Like whoever she votes for, that's who they vote for. And so, but when I compare her to Michael Jackson, and maybe this is, I'm like true, I'm trying to be unbiased about this. The difference I see in her and Michael is like when Michael walked in the room, people fell out. They fainted.
They fainted. They literally fainted.
And they're only let's see, Michael Jackson. There's three people I can think of that ever happened to on a regular basis. Michael Jackson, Elvis, and the Beatles. When they came into a room, people had to leave out on stretchers. I've never seen anything like that. And to me, if someone can't even maintain consciousness when a person walks in the room, they're pretty famous. So I don't know if that still happens with some of these modern day artists. Maybe that does now and then, but go back to watch some of these clips of these live performances of the Beatles and all of them. Man, they couldn't keep people on their feet.
Q, do you remember when Michael Jackson did the Super Bowl and he stood still for 2 or 3 minutes and he got a roaring ovation, constant noise, doing absolutely nothing. He stood still and stared in one direction for 3 minutes,
Yeah.
and everybody screamed and cheered for the entire time that man stood. That is power. You know what I mean? I have not seen anything like that in my lifetime. He didn't do nothing, Q. He didn't sing, he didn't dance, he didn't skip, he didn't moonwalk.
He
He
just
stood
stood there.
still and
Yeah.
looked up, and people were screaming for 3 minutes.
And
I
so, and I just
heard,
wonder, what kind of level he would have reached if they had social media back then.
Oh man,
You
right.
know, so
I've heard grown men said they cried when they met Michael Jackson. Like, just couldn't contain themselves when they met Michael Jackson. Grown hard men.
Mike transcended everybody. It don't matter if you was a thug or if you was working at NASA. Michael Jackson was universal. I mean, come on, that.
yeah.
Whew.
And so, and Amy chimed in. She says, "I told you, Q. I feel like she destroyed a whole generation of young women, but that's my opinions." So, well, I mean, I'm going to say this about her. I don't have anything against her. I'm not a fan or anything. I don't have anything against her, and I recognize her popularity. I mean, she moved the needle in places, beyond what a lot of people are doing these days. So I have to give her that. And she may be the most famous person right now, as of today, so to speak, that's still alive. But I don't know. I don't know. But all
I don't
right.
know, but
So
I know I used to want to be Madonna, so that's all I know.
now Madonna was big for her time too. I just don't think she ever got on the level of a Michael Jackson or anything. But she's still doing. She's still touring. Poor thing fell off a chair the other day on stage. I hope she's all right.
Dang.
She,
So,
shit, we old. We old now.
but really quick, right? And we brought up Beyonce, and I want to ask this. How do you all feel about Beyonce doing country? Because there's some radio stations that already said they won't play her because she's not a country music artist. But how do you feel about her giving that genre a shot? And how do you feel people should react to it? I know she's tried it before, but it looks like she's gone all in. This is for whoever wants to answer.
Well, she's from Texas. So that's number one. She is a country girl. So I feel like she has the right to do country music. And I really feel like as in the Black community, they don't want you to do country because it's not supposed to be your genre. And yes, she did R&B, quote unquote hip hop for the longest time, but she's from Texas. Let her do what she want to do. She want to go back to her roots. Let her do that. And I'll be buying my cowboy hat, and my cowboy boots, and I'll be at the concert. So I'm ready for that.
See, that's moving. That's moving the needle right there.
Yeah, and me personally, Beyonce can do whatever she want to do, because she's tried so many different genres before and she's been successful. Because to me, Beyonce is an entertainer. She's a musical artist who can expand in different genres and makes quality music. She has a great team, obviously, great writers, great producers, and she knows what she's doing musically. And if we being honest, and you brought up a good point, Jasmine, Beyonce is from Texas. And if we really want to get to the root of it, and I'm gonna try not to get too racial, country music is Black music because it's all stems from rhythm and blues and R&B. So country music in its roots is Black music. So I feel that Beyonce can do whatever she want to do. And of course, she's going to get some backlash because, the people that aren't aware of the true roots of rock, pop, country, like the actual roots of it, the people that don't get credit for it, the Black people that made these genres and crafted these niches for everybody else to expand in. For people that don't know the history, of course, they're going to get upset because they feel like this style of music belongs to them. But the true history of it is rooted in Black music. So with Beyonce being a Black woman, personally, she could do whatever the hell she want to do. Music is music. If white people could come over and do hip hop and they could do pop, why can't Beyonce do country? I think she could do whatever she want to do and just put it out herself and don't worry about no country music stations. Put on her website and let people go get it.
Okay. And Shelton chimed and he agrees with you. True, says Eminem can rap with the brothers. What the problem is?
Ain't no problem.
Right.
I was about to say the same thing. We
And
embrace Eminem like he one of ours.
There you
hmm
go.
and he said also that I'm acting like a Swifty. No, I'm not one of them Swifties, bro. Madonna about 88. Yeah, she about 88.
Well, she older than me though. I ain't claiming no 88.
Amy says, I used to dress like Madonna back in the Lucky Star era.
hmm
Okay. And she said, don't like it. It's awful. My thing is that Beyonce doesn't have a sound like Miranda Lambert or Carrie Underwood. Okay. And True Speech telling the movie truth about the history of country music. All right. So, like, I don't have a problem with her doing it at all. I've heard two of the songs. I know the song she did back in like 2016, was it? On the Lemonade album. I think the song, 'cause I know she did a live performance with the Chicks, formerly known as the Dixie Chicks, on the CMAs one year, and it was pretty cool. But is she abandoning her fan base by doing country music? Because I think everyone is kind of going toward where she is more so than her running away from them. So do you think that she's still going to be as beloved?
Man, they already making reels with that country song. I already seen I seen a whole group of black women already. They got him up with line dances. They got their cowboy boots on, their cowboy hats. They already making reels out of it, man. She ain't gonna lose her fan base.
All right. So I think it's cool for her, and maybe that'd be the way she can get that elusive, album of the year award by doing country. Maybe that'll help her out because she can't seem to get it. But okay, so we'll do meme of the week and get ready to wrap things up. So let me see if I can get this thing up and going here. And all right, it might be a little difficult to see, so I'll try to read it for you. And this woman, her name's been redacted. This woman says, do men still like us? I go out on a date with this fine accountant last night. He picked me up from my house, and the date was chill from the start to finish. I knew I was giving him some when he took me back home. He pulls in my driveway and gets out to open my door with the car still running. I get out and I tell him he can turn the car off and come inside with me. He tells me he was tired and had to get up early the next day. He didn't even kiss me when he walked to my door and gave me a church hug. I texted my sneaky link after he drove off and got me some later. Safe to say he is blocked forever. Maybe he dates women but sleeps with men. What do you guys think? So that is her opinion on how her date went. And so she's like, I don't know, maybe he just doesn't like women like that or whatever. So let me start with Erica on this first. Was her assessment of this gentleman right or wrong? I mean, is something wrong with him? Is he not sure of himself, not sure of women, or maybe he's just not into it? What do you think?
I think it was just a lot of her projecting. Like he it doesn't automatically mean that he likes men or that he's not into her. And was this like a first? Does it say if it's a first date, second date,
I'm
anything
assuming
like
it was the
that?
first date.
Wow, she wanted some on the first date. Um, I don't know, but that it sounded like she was just projecting her own expectations and opinions onto him. I don't believe that. I feel like that was a compliment. He was being a gentleman. If that was y'all's first date, he wasn't trying to be sexual with you. He wasn't trying to, most women have the opposite problem of men trying to get upstairs with you and trying to get into your drawers on the first date. So I think it's refreshing if you meet a man who's trying to be a gentleman. But she was on some other type of time, so she probably should have just went to one of them other websites. Like what's one of them websites where you just
Like
hook up?
Tinder or something.
Hell, and she should have told the man on first date, look, I want some. You down with it or not? Like, quit beating around the bush. If you wanted some, he might have would have gave you some, but you, I don't know. That was just crazy to me.
True, true. What do you think, man? Was my man not confident? Was he being respectful? Was something wrong? I mean, how do you feel about her assessment of the situation?
He ain't like her. He ain't like her. That's really what it boils down to. I think her ego is not allowing her to rationalize the fact that throughout the course of that date, that brother was talking to her, looking at her, and had it up in his mind. I don't like her. Like I don't want to. I want this date to be over. I don't. Maybe it was the way she chewed. Maybe he hated her laugh. Maybe her political views was dumb. I don't know. But something happened throughout the course of that interaction where he made it up in his mind. I don't even want none from her. I want to go home. I got some beer in the fridge. The game on. I'm out of here. Drop her off. When he kept the car running, that should have been it right there. When the brother got the car, he's trying to go. Pulled up to the door and was like, "All right, now I'll let you." He don't like her. He don't
Okay,
like her.
okay.
She just don't want to deal with it. She don't want to face reality.
Yeah. All right, Jasmine, what do you think about it? Was her assessment right or wrong of the guy? Is something wrong with him?
I don't think there's nothing wrong with him. Maybe he a gentleman. You know, he walked her to her door. He didn't even have to get out the car. Okay. He walked her to her door. And now she's calling him gay. It's like, okay, maybe he just didn't want to sleep with you because he got more respect for you than you have for yourself. And you want to sleep with him the first day you meet him. You don't know nothing about this man. You just know he looked good. He may smell good. We don't know that. And y'all had a cool time. And she like, you don't have to leave your car running. Come on upstairs. You're doing too much. That's just too much. Maybe, you know, he want a lady, somebody he can actually court, and not somebody who want to go upstairs the first night.
Yeah. And he may have felt that from her. The fact that you had the sneaky link on speed dial.
Right.
You think that dude didn't feel you that type of lady?
He doing what's up.
Yeah.
And the
Like,
sneaky,
trying to go
so
home.
you got dinner from him, and then you gave this cookies to the sneaky link.
No different.
That's
Yeah,
why he
I guess it's one of those things where, well, first of all, like True said, her ego was so strong that she's like, okay, he's obviously gay if he doesn't want me. That's a strong ego to project that on someone. And then, you know, maybe she did chew like a horse or something. I don't know. You know, at the dinner table, maybe she had her mouth wide open when she was eating pasta.
Maybe her breath
So
stank. We don't know. Like, it could have
it
been
can be anything. Or like Erica said, he just got that vibe from her that nah, this ain't the one. And so, or he could have just been a gentleman trying to be, you know, or maybe he was just really tired. I don't know. It could be anything. But I don't think the first place I'm gonna go is that, you know, you challenge the brother's sexuality because, you know, he doesn't want to partake in what you got. So
Q, what
but
we was
that's
talking about
all.
earlier. Everything ain't for everybody. That brother
No.
felt like, you know what, this ain't for me. I'm going home.
Yep.
I'm chilling. I'm out.
So
Yeah. He
well, all
he
right.
dodged the bullet. He dodged the good old bullet.
Yeah.
I think he did. I think he definitely did. So, okay, so we'll get ready to wrap things up. I want to let the people in the chat room know. Hey, it's like don't forget you can support the show in a number of ways. You can pick up some merchandise from my store, and I'll post a link in the chat room. You can buy a cup of coffee to help the show out, and anything that you do will be appreciated. And also, I want to send a shout out up to the Wolverine State of Michigan, supporting the homie Crystal with the
All right, what
Crystal
up,
Show
Crystal?
shirt. So shout out to Crystal. You know I got your back. And we'll go ahead and get to our final thoughts and wrap things up. If you just had one more good point you wanted to get off, you can do that. If you have anything you wish to promote, then you can definitely do that. I know True does some things, Jasmine does some things, and Eric, I don't know if you're getting back into what you used to do, but we'll go ahead and get the final thoughts. Eric, I'll just start with you first.
Thank you again, Q, for having me on. Always a pleasure. Um, I do believe that there is such a thing as dressing your age, dressing age appropriate. But like I said, do you? If you 50 and you want to dress 20 and you like it, I love it. But I might give you the side eye. So be ready for that too. Um, but no, hey, chats and vibes. No, I am not doing the podcast at the moment, but I am doing grandmother services. So if y'all got some grandchildren and y'all need them, y'all need them potty trained and y'all need them to act right, send them over here to Grandma E. I got you.
Oh Lord. Okay. She said, but not children, but cheering.
Cheering.
There's a difference. She don't accept children.
We do the cheering.
All right. Glad to have you on, Erica. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
And True, what you got, man? Any final thoughts and what you promoting? I see you got the dope hoodie on and everything.
Oh yeah. So final thoughts, like Erica was saying, to piggyback off of that, man. Definitely, there is a such thing as doing too much for your age. So dress comfortable for you, but understand that sometimes if it don't look right on you, it don't look right. But what I got on right now is part of my clothing line. So my wife and I, we have a clothing company. We have a few different designs. We also do a lot of custom work. So if anybody out there needs any custom designs, they can definitely reach out to us. We also have a line of t-shirts. We got different hoodies. We got different brands. We always coming out with new designs every month. So every month we do a flavor of the month on the website, but we run that particular design for a month, and then the next month we come out with something new. But we also have designs that we have available all the time. This is one of them right here. This is the Trust God. So it also has the sleeve work. So on one sleeve, you say we got faith. Other sleeve, we got belief. We have two different designs in this one. We also have a lot more designs on our website. That website is 626gear.com, 626gear.com. They can check that out. And if you do need any custom work, shoot us an email. You can subscribe to the website and get hip to whenever we roll out with the new designs. We got a lot coming up for March and April, because everybody knows the draft is coming home to Detroit, baby. So we got some stuff going on. So definitely check out the website. Reach out if you have any questions. We're more than happy to facilitate any and all requests. We'll try to make it happen. And just to follow up, thank you, ladies. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have been absolutely amazing. Your perspectives have been wonderful. Q, it's always good to see you, brother. It's always good.
Always good to see you, man. I appreciate you. And I might go check your website out myself, man, and see what you got so I can represent down south for you.
Appreciate it, brother.
All right. And Jasmine, I'll let you shut us down. What you got?
Awesome. Well, again, thank you for having me. I'm very happy to be here. And I just want to say for my last point is, again, dress your age and mainly dress the respect level you want to get. So if you want to get respect from the masses, dress accordingly for what you want in life. But you guys can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at babyskin_. I have a skincare line where I sell all natural handmade skincare products like body butter, body scrub, facial moisturizer, serum, and body wash as well. So you can find me there at babyskin_ on Instagram, TikTok, and various social media sites. And also you can find my website at www.babyskin.shop.
All right, www.babyskin.shop.
Yeah.
I'll put that in the chat room as well, so everyone can go check that out and get the skin right. Okay, well, look, I appreciate you all joining the show. I'm going to put you backstage for a second, get you to hold for me, and I'll go ahead and wrap this up. And thanks a lot, people. That's going to do it for this edition of the Talk to Q show. Again, go to talktoq.com. Keep up with all things related to the show, when the next one's going to air. If you want to be a guest on the show, my contact information is there. Hit me up, and you can participate in my roundtable, and we can get into it. So everyone enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace out.